Hello everyone, I am Priya Poddar, a student of first semester under B.Ed section from University BT and Evening College. Today I am going to present the topic Introduction to Reading. So let us take a look into the presentation. Acknowledgement. I convey my heartiest thanks to respected sir for giving this opportunity to present a small talk on the topic Introduction to Reading. Besides conveying thanks to respected sir, I also want to convey my thanks to my parents. I am very grateful to my friends and other people who have supported me in completion of this project work. This is the content list that we are going to take a look in this presentation. First, we will start with the meaning of reading, followed by process, characteristics, and to conclude this presentation, we will discuss the importance of reading and lastly, the reference. What is reading? The meaning of reading. It is actually the process of translating letters and other symbols into meaningful information for understanding and use in everyday life. This is what we mean by reading. Now, it is actually decoding the symbols, that is what each symbol means. So arriving at a meaning, and not only symbols, we also have to understand what the graphics are telling us, what the words are telling, what information these images hold. So every representations or every sign that is given in the text, when we learn to interpret them and comprehend them in our language or in a way that we understand, that is what is reading is all about. Reading is the key to learning. It is actually the first and the most important step towards learning. A person may have done various degrees and various educational qualifications, and the first stair to this ladder is reading. For instance, if today we were not taught how to read, none of us could be able to read whatever is written in the slides. So we can say that reading is the key to learning. Process of reading. The reading process comprises mainly of three stages: the pre-reading stage, the reading stage, and lastly post-reading stage. The pre-reading stage is the stage before we start reading. Here we make a plan or set a purpose of what we are going to read. The students, they prepare themselves to read. They may decide or be told why they are going to read a piece of text. They may use their background knowledge to make predictions of what the text is going to be about. The next stage is reading. The reader here makes predictions as they read and then confirms or revises those predictions. The text can be delivered to students in a variety of ways. Students can engage in individual reading, or then they can be read aloud too. Here they connect with the text that they are reading and they make sure that they read with a purpose. The last stage is post-reading, which is also the stage after reading. Here the student is actually remembering or rereading the text that they have already read. It allows the reader to retell the story, discuss the elements of a story, answer various questions, or they can compare it to another text. Here they will explore the new information, and the most important part is they will learn the new vocabulary that they came up in the text. Characteristics of reading. First, it is a complex human process. It is a complex human process because when we read, our eyes, they go through between the words that are written in the text. In the same time, our brain cells try to extract information from the passage given. And in the same time, we are also trying to remember whatever we are reading. So it is a multiple action that is happening at a single point of time. Hence, it is a complex process. Next, as it is a two-way process. It is a two-way process because reading is also seen as communication. And we know that communication is always two-way process, or it is rather a interactive session. In reading, the two-way process is between the text and the reader. Hence, it is a two-way process. Third, the reading ability is present within every human being by the time of his birth. So it is said that ability to read is inherent. That is, we already have the ability to read. Now we will read in different languages. That is something that we learn. That is something acquired by the mean of education. As we grow, we learn how to read in different languages. But the first ability, that reading, that is present from the time of birth. Fourth, it is commonly carried out through sight. That is, it is a visual process. But people, those who have visual disability, for them there is a method called Braille method. And last characteristic of reading is it is a receptive skill. That is, whenever we read, we receive information. And whenever we receive this information, we say that it is a receptive skill. Importance of reading. Reading is very important step in everyone's life. The main importance of reading is that it helps us to develop our vocabulary knowledge, and it also helps us to explore the text that we read. And if we have a good hold in vocabulary knowledge in whatever language we are reading, it will help us to grow in different areas, in different subjects as well. Next, it helps us in cultural and intellectual development of humanity. Also, if we know how to read properly, it helps us with our correct pronunciation, fluency, and accuracy. Pronouncing a word correctly is very important in whichever language, be it so. And the last importance of reading is competence in linguistic system. Here is a very important and famous quote by Dr. Seuss. He said, "The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go." This saying is very apt because if we read in many languages even, we can explore the world in a better way. The way we look, that changes, our perspective changes. So reading in different languages is very important. Reference. So finally we have reached the conclusion part of our presentation. There are various sources that I have taken inspiration and help from starting from collection of pictures to collection of data and information written. I have used various sources available in the internet, but here are the first 4 options or the site links that I have mainly used, and my informations are collected mainly from these 4 sites. Thank you everyone for listening to this presentation. Please forgive me if there had been any kind of mistakes and errors, and all the suggestions for betterment of this project work is always welcome. Thank you.